So I just wanted to do this video just to show you realistically what you can expect with trading. So we're gonna visualize, okay? We're gonna see what is possible to happen for you. What's a scenario that you could expect with trading in the best case scenario. Okay. As you know, I can't guarantee you that you're gonna make money in the market, but I can guarantee you that you're gonna lose money. That's for sure. Because trading is just a question of being able to control the money that you're losing. Because it's, in my opinion, it's easy to make money in the market, but it's also very easy to lose money in the market. And so a good trader is one that knows how to control their loss. Okay. So let's say hypothetically that when you're ready to trade, okay, let's say you've backtested a year of data, okay, you've demo traded every day for 3 to 6 months, okay, you're ready to trade live, okay? You've had more than 3 profitable months, okay, with your demo account. You're ready to rock it live. Let's say that you want to start trading with $1,000 in your account. Month one, $1,000 in your account. Now, we're going to aim for 1 to 3 reward ratio, which means you risk $100 to make $300. You risk $10 to make $30. Okay. We want to aim for at least 1 to 3s in the market. Okay. That's, in my opinion, that's the minimum if you want to keep your head above the water in this industry. Also, there's tips and tricks to protect your capital, which we're gonna see in another video. Okay, so right now we're focusing on 1 to 3 risk to reward, and you're starting with $1,000 in your account balance. Now, we know that you're not gonna take a trade every day. Okay, you're not gonna trade every day. Okay, we have about 30 days in a month. 4 days that you can't trade because these are Saturdays. Okay, so you have 26 days that you can actually trade. Okay, and that's if you consider Sundays. All right, now let's say that out of these 26 days, okay, you're trading only for 10 of these 26 days. Okay, so 10 days is about 2 to 3 trades a week, which is normal, right? It's fair, right, to say that. So out of 26 days in the month that you can trade, you're trading 10 days. I'm gonna write that down. And then we're gonna say that you have a 50% win rate. What is a 50% win rate? Having a 50% win rate means that you win 5 trades and you lose 5 trades out of your 10 trades taken during the month. Also, what is going to be your risk? Usually, people say to risk 1%. Okay. In my opinion, if you start your account with $1,000, okay, and you trade and risk only 1%, you're never gonna get it. Like, you're never gonna get out of the water, even though, of course, you can utilize prop firms, which we're gonna talk about in another video, which are companies where you can do a challenge, okay, and they're gonna give you money to trade. Okay, so let's say you take a challenge for a $100,000 account. You take a small challenge, so they want to see if you're able to trade, if you're good at trading, and if you pass your challenge, you have a 100K account, and you have a profit split. So anytime you're gonna make income in that account, they can keep 20% and they can give you 80%, for example. Okay, so these are prop firms, okay, which you're going to be able to utilize. But let's say you're not utilizing any prop firms right now. You're trading with your own money, okay, and you're trying to make real money with your own money, okay. But don't worry, we're going to talk about ways that you can have more funds to trade. I would advise you, if you have an account of $5,000 and less, I would personally say to risk 5%. So between 1% to 5% is good risk to have, okay? But if you have less than $5,000 in your account, okay, I would advise to risk 5%, especially if you know that you have a good win rate. If you're just starting to trade live, you can risk 1% just to see if you're good, to see what your win rate, to see like what is your result, okay? Are you a profitable trader? But if you're profitable and your win rate is good and you're able to make money with a 1% risk, I would definitely risk 5% when you're ready to grow your account. If you're still in the learning phase, risk 1%. I'm just showing you a growth plan. When you're ready to grow your account, this is what you should do. You should risk 5%, okay? So you're going to risk $50 per trade. I'm going to put that above. First month, okay? Your starting point is $1,000. By the end of the month, if you took 5 winning trades, each being minimum 1 to 3s, you're gonna make $150 per winning trade, right? And if you make 5 of them, 150 times 5 equal 750. Okay, now you're also gonna lose 5 trades, right? Every time you lose $50. Okay, so 50 times 5 equal 250. So by the end of the month, you have $1,000 plus 750 minus 250, all right, which is 1,500. Okay, so you're finishing your month with $1,500. This is also the start of your month number 2. Since you have 1,500 in your account and you risk 5%, so 5% of 1,500 is $75. So instead of risking $50 like the first month, you can now risk $75. So if you lose 5 trades, you're losing $375, but every winning trade is $225, right? So if you win 5 trades, okay, it's $1,125. So you're finishing the month with $2,250. Now, month number 3, you're starting with $2,250, okay? So you can now risk 5% of this $2,250, which is $113. So you're losing $565 during the month. But guess what? You're also winning trades, okay? 113 times 3, okay? So every winning trade, you make 339, okay? Times 5, you're making $1,000, 695. What is your end of the month? Taking my winning trades, removing my losses, adding my start of the month, $3,380. So now we're on month number 3 and you're more than triple your account size. We can do month number 4. Guess what? You can now risk 5% of that 3,380, which is $169 of risk, times 5 are my losing trades. Losses are normal. It's your business expenses, but you also make $507 every winning trade. If you have 5 winning trades, you now made $2,535. So you're finishing off the month with a beautiful $5,070. You reached the $5,000 mark. Yay! Okay, we're only on month 4. But I want to say that this is the perfect picture of what's happening, right? You're not always gonna have 5 winning trades. You're not gonna always end your month in profit. You might do more some months, you might do less some months, okay? It's just an approx of what you could expect if you compound your account in that way. Now, when you get to month number 5, okay, you can decide to lower your risk, okay? Like I said, with $5,000 in your account and less risk, 5%, okay? Just if you want to grow your account. But you can always reduce your risk the more you advance. Just want you to know that I personally don't risk 5%. I've reached a point where my capital is big enough for me not to use 5% risk, okay? If I was to start again and trade with a $1,000 account, I would definitely use a 5% risk, knowing that I'm profitable and I have a good win rate and I can put my account through this type of risk. I wouldn't risk more than 2% with an account of 10K and more, just for you to know. So I guess I'm going to do the calculations, and when I get to 10K, I'm going to reduce my risk at 2%. Now, I'm going to calculate everything for 12 months off camera. I'll be back. All right, we're in month 6, okay? And we've reached $11,000. This is a crazy road, okay? Because we've started our account with $1,000, okay? That's just to say that if you stay consistent and you do things the correct way, I'm not even putting like a huge thing here. I'm putting a 50% win rate. Even with a 30% win rate, you would still make profit. Maybe not that big, but even with 30% win rate, you can still be profitable if you're consistent. So we're gonna start risking 2%. All right, so I'm done calculating until the month number 12. I hope I didn't make any typing error. Roughly, okay, a perfect scenario. If you're starting with $1,000 on your first month, if you gradually, okay, risk the right amount, 5 winning trades, 5 losing trades, so you have 50% win rate, okay, you can expect to end the year with a $34,070. Okay, this is what you could potentially do in a perfect scenario. And it's also just to show that people who think that he can get rich quick, like with trading the next day, this is not realistic, okay? Even this is like a perfect plan, a bit too realistic for me, okay? Even though we've considered our win rate being 50%, this is just an overview of what could be possible if things go right. Do not hesitate to do these calculations, okay? So let's say you trade for a while and you know that your win rate is 30% or 23% or 70%. Do not hesitate to do these calculations with an amount of money that you would be willing to put in a live account to see what you could expect and also prepare your mind to it. Something though, I don't want you to have false hope and I don't want you to knock your head if you're not getting to these results. I don't want you to stress about these results. I don't want you to do a win rate plan just for it to like freak your mental, okay, and drive you crazy because you have too high expectations for yourself, okay? I don't want that to happen. But I'm just giving you this tool, showing you these calculations just to show you how you can realistically kind of plan for your trading. All right? See you in the next video.